Live with Kelly and Mark co-host and actor Mark Consuelos recently found himself in a somewhat controversial moment with a producer. Known for his loyalty to his wife Kelly Ripa, Mark still managed to spark a bit of debate. What exactly happened? Keep reading for the full story. Mark Consuelos stirred controversy with a producer. On Live with Kelly and Mark, nothing seems off limits when it comes to the hosts, Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa. The couple has been married for nearly 30 years and are considered a dynamic duo. Their conversations are often relatable for couples and can be quite humorous. Yet they also tackle morbid or taboo topics, which adds an extra layer of intrigue to their on-air banter. Occasionally, either Kelly or Mark needs a day off. On Thursday, August 7th, it was Consuelos flying solo in Kelly's absence, with news anchor Elle Duncan filling in. Early in the show, Mark quickly focused on a personal pet peeve: improper handshakes. He explained to his co-host that sloppy handshakes really bother him, adding that he taught his two sons the correct way to shake hands from the very beginning. This is something he takes seriously. Mark then demonstrated what he considers the worst type of handshake, where someone only lightly grabs the fingers. "They grab my finger, making your handshake very lax," he explained. An audience member chimed in agreement. Mark followed up by showing his own handshake technique, which involves a firm grip and a noticeable lean-in. Elle Duncan chuckled, but remarked that Mark was doing a lot, signaling that she was ready to move on from the topic. This isn't the first time Mark has expressed strong opinions on etiquette. He previously clashed with British etiquette coach William Hanson over the proper way to handle bananas, jokingly telling producer Michael Gelman, "I'm going to say something controversial because I know you can cut it out. I say William sits down when he pees as well. Stand up, William. How about that? Be a guy." Kelly Ripa has openly acknowledged her husband's alpha male tendencies. Mark has been known to mock men who act overly feminine, including those carrying purses. On one occasion, during a flight, a male passenger placed his bag in the overhead compartment. Mark reportedly removed it so that Kelly could store her belongings instead. Despite some eyebrow-raising moments, viewers generally appreciated the dynamic between Mark and Elle Duncan, often overlooking the odd handshake demonstration or his assertive behavior. Are you surprised by how traditionally masculine Mark Consuelos tries to be? Share your thoughts in the comments below. For more than 30 decades, Mark has been a familiar face on television, through acting roles, his high-profile marriage, and most recently as co-host of Live with Kelly and Mark. Known for his charm, quick wit, and sometimes eyebrow-raising humor, Consuelos has embraced the free-flowing conversational style of the program.
In early August 2025, he found himself at the center of discussion after a segment took an unexpectedly controversial turn. This wasn't a scripted stunt or a dramatic blow-up. It was an unscripted, blink-and-you'll-miss-it moment the show is known for. The mix of old-school alpha humor, a pointed jab at etiquette expert William Hanson, and Elle Duncan's visibly awkward reaction ensured the segment caught viewers' attention. On August 7th, with Kelly absent, Elle Duncan, a polished ESPN and ABC News anchor, stepped in as co-host. From the start, Mark steered the conversation toward bad handshakes, one of his personal pet peeves. He explained that he instilled the importance of a firm handshake in his sons from an early age, demonstrating both the worst and best handshake techniques for the audience. Later in the show, Mark recalled the earlier appearance of etiquette coach William Hanson, humorously critiquing his method of slicing bananas instead of eating them by hand. He directed a playful comment toward producer Michael Gelman, highlighting the gray area between teasing and reinforcing traditional gender stereotypes. Kelly Ripa has often joked about her husband's alpha male tendencies, sharing stories where Mark reacted strongly to perceived unmanly behavior in public, such as a male passenger's bag placement on a flight. These moments, Kelly suggests, reveal his deeply ingrained ideas about traditional gender roles. After the broadcast, clips of the handshake segment and William Hanson quips circulated online. Viewer reactions were mixed. Some praised Mark's old-school charm, but others criticized it as outdated. Many also enjoyed the chemistry between Mark and Elle Duncan, appreciating her quick thinking in keeping the conversation moving. Live television thrives on spontaneity, and moments like this illustrate the fine line hosts walk. Since becoming permanent co-host in 2023, Mark has made headlines for joking about Kelly's fashion, sharing eyebrow-raising anecdotes, and expressing blunt opinions on etiquette. Mark's multifaceted public image contributes to these moments. Born in Spain and raised in the U.S., he first gained fame in the 1990s on All My Children, where he met Kelly. They married in 1996 and have become one of television's most enduring couples. Mark's acting career has spanned romantic comedies, action roles, and a recent turn on Riverdale. As a morning show host, his personality is on display daily, unscripted, and his banter with Kelly or substitutes often becomes part of real-time cultural conversation. Producer Michael Gelman has long been part of the live show's dynamic, sometimes acting as the target of jokes or the audience's voice. Mark's handshake critique and banana joke may seem minor, but they touch on broader questions. What does masculinity mean in 2025, and how much room exists for traditional gender humor on mainstream television? In recent years, many male TV personalities have faced backlash for clinging to outdated ideas of masculinity. Some viewers enjoy that nostalgic humor, others see it as increasingly out of touch. For Mark, the challenge remains balancing his confident, assertive style with the evolving sensibilities of a diverse audience.